Live from News 7 KWWL, we've got you covered. This is KWWL News at 5.
Now at 5, what could have been a devastating disaster has instead sparked a community response. Plus, 1 week to Tokyo, we are taking a closer look at an Iowan working behind the scenes to capture the Olympic spirit. Then the first witness for a trial 3 years in the making called to testify today. We will take you to the courtroom. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Abby Turpin. Opening arguments took place this morning in the trial of Drew Blahnik for the murder of Cedar Rapids man Chris Bagley. KWWL's Michelle White was at the courthouse all day, and she now joins us live. Michelle.
Abby, the state described a murder-for-hire plot executed by Drew Blahnik and 2 other associates. The defense described Blahnik's military training as a sniper in the U.S. Army and said it was that training that led him to respond in self-defense when a struggle took place between Bagley and Drew Wagner. Wagner pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and other charges related to Bagley's murder in a plea deal he struck with the prosecution last year. The state alluded to Wagner's cooperation in its opening arguments. Bagley's wife was the state's first witness. She described his struggle with drug use, his paranoia, and fear that there was a hit on his life.
He had said that Andy had put a hit out on him, and that he was scared to even drive his own vehicles.
If there was a gun or not from the report.
Andy was Andy Shaw, whom the state says sought his own justice for an assault and robbery Bagley allegedly perpetrated on Shaw's property. The state spent the afternoon building its case of the history between Bagley and Shaw and the events of the night of his murder. Bagley's girlfriend testified of their shared drug use and an alleged attempted robbery that evening. Reporting live in Cedar Rapids, Michelle White, News 7 KWWL.
All right, Michelle, thank you. And the trial is expected to continue through next week. Also, KWWL will continue live streaming the trial both on our website, kwwl.com, and on our Facebook page. Let's turn our attention outside for a first check on the weekend weather. We'll take a live look over Dubuque on this Friday evening. A beautiful view there. And it sounds like it will be a great time to get outside this weekend. For the very latest, here is Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg.
Yeah, we're expecting lots of sunshine. Temperatures aren't going to be too hot. The humidity level not too bad, and the wind will be light. So really ideal weekend, especially as we head through the middle of July, because we all know how hot July into August can get. As for right now, a fair amount of sunshine across the region, as you saw on the camera in Dubuque, but also area-wide. As for our temperatures, we are in the 70s and low 80s across the entire state, and the outlook does include more of the same. 70s and 80s. Lots of sunshine for Saturday, lots of sunshine on Sunday. Wind light out of the east and northeasterly direction, and once again, the humidity level not too bad. We'll see how long this comfortable weather lasts in your Storm Track 7 forecast.
All right, Mark, thank you. It's been quite a week, and not even a tornado could prevent the Waverly community from celebrating this weekend. Waverly Heritage Days has been canceled last year due to COVID-19. After the tornado hit this week, the event, though, is still going to go on to bring the community together to celebrate after a long couple of days of storm cleanup.
We want people to come out after they've been working hard cleaning up the storm damages, having neighbors go out and help neighbors. We want them to come out and be able to celebrate here, just kind of relax.
Now, Heritage Days started at 4 o'clock today. It runs the entire weekend. For a full schedule of the events, just check out our website, kwwl.com. And you might remember Heritage Days events were delayed in 2019 as well after a large windstorm went through the area, damaging the grounds. They were still able to host a band after the community came together again then to clean up before that performance.
This is becoming a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Turning to our coronavirus coverage, where all 50 states and Washington, D.C. are now seeing a rise in cases. In 38 of those states, cases have gone up 50% compared to last week. Now, the latest data triggering a call to action from the director of the CDC as vaccination rates continue to drop and the Delta variant takes its toll. Now, the last time cases were on the rise in all 50 states was in early January, when fewer than 1 million people were fully vaccinated. Well, now, a little more than 56% of people 12 and up are fully vaccinated.
If you are not vaccinated, you remain at risk. And our biggest concern is that we are going to continue to see preventable cases, hospitalizations, and sadly deaths among the unvaccinated.
And with more cases, some cities and counties are reinstating restrictions. In California, LA County has reintroduced an indoor mask mandate. And Pfizer is one step closer to getting full FDA approval for its COVID-19 vaccine. The company says the FDA has granted priority review for the vaccine. Now, they have set a target date for approval in January, but it could come sooner. All 3 vaccines currently being administered are allowed under the FDA's emergency use authorization. And parents who were hoping to get their children under 12 vaccinated by the fall are going to have to wait a little while longer. FDA officials say emergency authorization for younger Americans could come in early to mid-winter. And a reminder, the state's Test Iowa COVID-19 testing program is ending. Test Iowa sites for Polk and Scott County closed today. All other sites have already closed. Meanwhile, the Iowa Department of Public Health has announced a free at-home COVID-19 testing program. Iowans will receive a test kit, collect a saliva sample, return the sample through UPS, and receive results then through email. Results will be sent about 24 hours after the sample is received. Well, Linn County Public Health and community partners are working together to create a roadmap for a healthier county. Through the Together Healthy Linn collaboration, residents are encouraged to take a survey about perceptions on the community's health. Now, the first phase is also going to include focus groups. Anyone in Linn County can take that survey and answer questions, and here's what they are regarding.
How you feel, your perception about the community's health, your health, where you live. Do you feel safe? So a lot of social determinants of health questions are also thrown into this.
The program happens every 3 to 5 years. Once the data is gathered, a community health improvement plan will be composed sometime next year. Well, today marks 1 week to go until the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games officially begin. And despite being postponed for a year, the coronavirus looms large over the country of Japan. There will be no spectators, as we have talked about, and now a handful of athletes have opted out altogether. Now, despite this, though, the president of the International Olympic Committee would like to see spectators at the Games if the spread of COVID-19 slows down. This week, he asked Japan's prime minister to consider the matter when they met in Tokyo. And as we highlight the many athletes competing at the Olympics, it is also important to talk about those who capture those historic moments. A former Hawkeye has made it his passion for nearly a decade. KWWL's Vinny Lowry is live here in the studio tonight to tell us about the path to personal perfection and Olympic glory.
Abby, every 4 years competitive swimming is a focus of the Olympic Games, but the public most times doesn't see what it takes. The film captures the years between Olympic cycles, showing the sacrifices, triumphs, and setbacks the swimmers endure. The documentary film, The Water Is My Sky, shows what it takes to be an Olympic elite. The man behind the film is former Hawkeye men's swimmer Brian Tremmel. Tremmel also showcased the many swimmers who might not have made it to the Olympic stage.
Group that I consider myself to be in, the 99% of other elite swimmers who make the same sacrifices as the Olympians but don't make it. There's only 52 Olympian swimmers possibly every 4 years cycle.
Tremmel personally directed the film about 2 Olympians, Conor Yeager and Tom Wilkins, and competitive swimmer Taylor Garcia. The film took Tremmel 8 years to make. He recently showed it to his former teammates and colleagues in Iowa City. And coming up at 6, he talks about how being a Hawkeye drove him towards success. Abby?
All right, Vinny, thank you. And with the Olympics just 1 week away, don't forget our Olympic Zone show will begin in 8 days, Monday through Saturday at 6:30 p.m. We will be setting the stage for the Games. The Olympic Zone show will begin on July 24th, right here on KWWL. Coming up here at 5 o'clock, a status update on the recovery efforts of the condo collapse in Florida. Also, an Anamosa inmate accused of killing 2 correctional workers enters a new claim. We'll tell you about that coming up.
They say you should wait 30 minutes to swim after you eat. Nobody said anything about slurping Arby's $1 floats. Seems like a great opportunity to slurp and splash. Arby's, we have the meat.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, farm is in our name, so you know we're animal experts, especially when it comes to your pets. Right now, get genuine value on quality pet food, supplies, and more during our summer pet care sale. Like $3 off assorted bags of Purina Pro Plan dog food. Select Cadet dog treats or buy one, get one free. Save 20% on select dog and cat toys. Plus, get a free $5 gift card when you spend $50 in our pet department.
Find value at Plains Farm and Fleet. Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing for 72 months and get $2,000 cash allowance.
When it comes to allergies, a small drop can make a big difference. Experience an improved way to treat your allergies. Oral allergy drops from the Cedar Valley Center for ENT, Sinus, and Allergy. A twice-daily treatment that you can take at home for lasting allergy relief with less hassle. Avoid weekly allergy shots at your doctor's office and do it all without a referral. Contact the Cedar Valley Center for ENT, Sinus, and Allergy today to schedule your consultation.
What makes for a great vacation depends on who you ask. Are you looking to get away or bring everyone together? Do you want to get outside and play or see a play at the plate? Do you want to feed your soul or stuff your face? Fortunately, however you operate, I've got you covered. The name's Missouri, but you can call me Mo. And I have just one question. What's your MO?
Whoever made this weird nugget gave up hope. But whoever made Arby's new 100% chicken breast nuggets really cares. A lot. The most. 2 for $6. Arby's. We have the meat.
Closed captioning on KWWL is brought to you by Action Signs in Waterloo.
We have breaking news right now just into our newsroom on a motion that was filed by defense attorneys for Christian Bahena Rivera. Attorneys had asked the judge to compel the state to turn over potential evidence in the murder of Molly Tibbetts. The judge has denied that motion. Now, this decision comes a day after a hearing was held at the Poweshiek County Courthouse to hear both sides of the argument. The defense claims Tibbetts' death could be connected to sex trafficking in the area where she disappeared. Now, a day-long hearing for a new trial is set for July 27th. Currently, Bahena Rivera faces life in prison. We're going to have more on this coming up tonight on your news at 10. Well, the search for victims in the rubble of a South Florida condo building may soon be coming to an end. So far, crews have recovered 97 bodies, with 90 of them now identified. 8 people are still classified as missing or unaccounted for. If 7 of them are matched to still unidentified victims, that means that the crews are searching for one more victim in the debris. Crews have not said when they expect the search to end. One of the 2 inmates charged with killing 2 Anamosa State Penitentiary staff members in April intends to claim self-defense. Court documents show that Michael Dutcher will claim that he killed nurse Lorena Schulte and correctional officer Robert McFarland in self-defense. Dutcher waived his right to a jury trial. The other inmate charged in that attack, Thomas Woodard, is going to go on trial in Lynn County. Investigators say that the 2 inmates killed Schulte and McFarland during a failed prison escape on March 23rd. They say the 2 tried to escape with the help of tools that they had acquired through their part in the prison's work program. Well, a Lynn County Sheriff's deputy seriously injured in the line of duty last month has been awarded a $10,000 grant. Deputy William Halverson was shot while responding to an armed robbery at a Casey's in Coggin. The suspect, Stanley Donahue, fled the scene, leading authorities on a 14-hour manhunt before being taken into custody. Halverson remained hospitalized at UIHC until last week. Now, the organization Running for Heroes selected Deputy Halverson as the recipient of their July Injured First Responder grant. On July 24th, Zechariah Cartledge is going to return to Iowa. He will be running 1 mile to honor first responders. Cartledge led a similar run back in June, and you might remember that Deputy Halverson actually acted as an escort for Cartledge that day prior to the incident in Coggin. Coming up, hear how some Iowans are honoring the heroes of 9/11 in a unique way.
Your Storm Track 7 forecast on KWWL is brought to you by Casey's, famous for pizza.
When it comes to meat, Chandler's Janesville Locker is your destination. Whether it's a special order or picking up one of our meat bundles, we're committed to you. Stop by and see how we can put meat on your table.
Sure would be nice to take a sniff at that spring breeze.
Sure would.
But you don't have your windows open.
Because your windows don't open.
They're supposed to.
But they don't.
It's because they're old and stiff.
Shut.
Listen here, sad windows are bad windows, and you need to trade them for some rad windows.
So slip on over to WindowSourceIowa.com.
And get an instant price on replacement windows.
WindowSourceIowa.com.
Rad windows that won't break the bank.
This July, the Games return for an Olympics unlike any other.
The Tokyo Olympics, brought to you locally on NBC by Nissan.
You deserve a car that thrills you. A car that puts goosebumps on your goosebumps. This is the new Nissan.
The creation of a memorial is a celebration of a loved one's life. You can expect the very best from the skilled craftsmen at the Blackhawk Memorial family of companies. Custom memorials, standard monuments and markers, bronze memorials, benches, memorial accessories, and more. Visit our showroom and see the difference that quality design and craftsmanship make. Blackhawk Memorial also offers pre-need memorials to provide peace of mind for you and your family. Blackhawk Memorial and Nashua Monument Works, where quality prevails.
You need fast, reliable internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all world. At Mediacom, we have a pricing plan for everyone. You can get our starting internet service for $19.99 a month for a year. And with that comes a great deal of speed. We're talking 60 meg, because unlike other providers, we want you to have fast internet from the start. Extreme speeds go up to 1 gig with lots of options to choose from. So let's talk. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
At Chandler's Janesville Locker, we are committed to helping you find just the meat you need. We process beef and pork, and our meat is top dollar quality for bargain prices. Whatever your meat needs, we're here to help.
Accurate, reliable, trustworthy. At News 7 KWWL, these are more than just words. They're a promise that no matter the story, we're here for you, keeping you connected, informed, and safe, so that whatever tomorrow brings, you're ready. That's our job. That's our commitment. That's News 7 KWWL. We've got you covered.
Well, former Vice President Mike Pence spent the afternoon in Des Moines at the Family Leadership Summit. This event is held by an Iowa conservative Christian group. It also serves as a frequent stop for Republicans considering presidential runs. Now, in addition to the former Vice President, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Governor Kim Reynolds spoke at that event today. And earlier in the day, former Vice President Pence attended Iowa Representative Randy Feenstra's inaugural Feenstra Family Picnic. There, he criticized the Biden-Harris administration, saying enough is enough.
For 177 days of the Biden-Harris administration and Washington Democrats pushing open borders, higher taxes, runaway spending, defunding the police, abortion on demand, censoring free speech, canceling our most cherished liberties, I came here to say enough is enough.
The former vice president also highlighted the Trump administration's efforts in the COVID-19 response. Well, a traveling 9/11 memorial exhibit is coming to Washington County this weekend. You're seeing some video right here of the memorial ride as it went through Jessup last week. 4 New York firemen are taking part, in addition to several local police, fire rescue, and first responders. It will be on display at the Washington County Fair starting Sunday through Tuesday from 1 to 7 p.m.
But it really is an opportunity for people to hear the firemen to share their stories of that tragic day and the emotions that were involved, and how we continue to have individuals such as our soldiers that continue to fight for the freedom that we have here today.
The escort begins tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the Ainsworth Four Corners in Washington County. It will then travel west down Highway 92 before arriving at the fairgrounds. Well, happening now, several festivals around the Cedar Valley. Gilbertville Days got underway just moments ago at 5 o'clock. This year's theme is Patriotic Ways at Gilbertville Days. Events include performances and fireworks. And then events for Hudson Days began earlier this afternoon. Festivities this weekend entail a 5K fun run, slow pitch softball tournament, and a parade. And Dunkerton Days also starting up late this afternoon. The theme this year is Staycation, Small Town Paradise. Samuel Hopley serves on the Dunkerton Days committee, and he joined us on the news at noon this week to invite members of the community out to enjoy the festivities.
60+ vendors, all sorts of art, decor, crafts, everything you can think of. We've got free kids games all weekend, pedal cars Friday night, kids game Saturday, laser tag.
And there will be fireworks and also a pancake breakfast. We have a full schedule of events on our website. And of course, with those weekend events, many are eager to know if the weather will cooperate. And luckily, things are looking good as we take a live look outside. A nice view there over Waterloo. Now we'll send things over to Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg.
With all the fun activities, you got to have some good weather to enjoy each and every one of them. And we are going to have some nice weather here for the entire weekend. No new updates from the National Weather Service as of today. So we're still holding on to 16 tornadoes in eastern Iowa in our KWWL coverage area, but there's a total of at least 26 across the entire state. Now, this is going to adjust as we get more information over the next couple of days and maybe a week or two, but 26 is the third largest tornado outbreak in modern history. The worst one was back in August in 2014, where we had 35 tornadoes in the state, and then 28 on April 11th, 2001. So if we see any two more tornadoes, then we can get into the ranking of number 2. So yeah, it was a wild day here on Wednesday, and people are still cleaning up. And the good news is the weather is going to cooperate on that cleanup. As for the conditions, no risk of any severe weather here for tonight, tomorrow, or into the day on Sunday. Plenty of sunshine on the way. Temperatures at this hour are in the 70s and even some low 80s. 83 at this hour in Waterloo, 79 in Dubuque, 79 also in Monticello. Cedar Falls reporting in at 83 degrees. Lots of sunshine. Cedar Falls Utilities camera, beautiful shot there with the blue sky, the dome off in the distance, and a clear sky across much of the area. A couple of clouds out there, but you notice it was a little hazy if you look out your window as well. Well, there's some smoke in the upper levels of the atmosphere from the wildfires that are out west, and that's going to be the case all the way through the upcoming weekend, and probably even into early part of next week, it looks like. Cloud cover and showers continue to move off towards the east, but clear sky for the most part here in eastern Iowa, and that gives us a good shot at the International Space Station this evening. The weather will be nice, the sky will be clear, it's going to be comfortable out there, and it's going to be really high in the sky. And for 7 minutes, you'll be able to see this, so it's quite a while. When it comes to viewing the space station. 9:19, it'll go from the southwest to the east-northeast, and again, sitting pretty high in the sky. Beautiful vantage point on the way. Now, as for the comfort level over the next couple days, not much change. Dew points will be in the lower to middle 60s, so that's not terrible. And temperatures look to be pretty comfortable for July, and all in all, not too bad of the weather conditions here for next week as well, if you're looking for some dry weather. Now, as for the temperatures tonight, your Storm Track 7 forecast showing temperatures in the 50s to about 60 degrees. As we look towards tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the upper 70s to the lower and middle 80s, and your city-by-city forecast does include more of the same. Sunshine for Sunday as well as Monday, and your 10-day forecast including all of next week, mostly sunny sky, and this will take us probably into next week as well, next weekend as well, with dry conditions as temperatures warm into the upper 80s and low 90s. Overnight lows will start to creep up there, so not so bad on the muggy conditions this weekend, but later in the week we will see it become a bit more humid, and then maybe an isolated storm chance there by next Sunday into Monday. But otherwise, quiet weather over the next 10 days.
All right, Mark, thank you. Still to come, we have an update on RAGBRAI's stop in Waterloo. Also, how you could win tickets to see the Yankees play the White Sox right here in Iowa.
On Dateline's Friday premiere, a sister's revelation.
She said, I know who killed Mom.
A cold-blooded betrayal.
There's this moment in time that sort of changes everything.
Dateline tonight, 10/9 Central.
There's a night when the world comes together, creating a moment as beautiful as any you've ever seen. The opening ceremony of the Tokyo Olympics.
He's here! He's here!
What
can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Free installation on windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
You're waiting for the right time? Well, it's this instant. Start saving on new floors now. It's Carpetland USA's instant rebate coupon event. We've partnered with top flooring manufacturers for exclusive rebates store-wide. The best waterproof floors, hardwood, carpet, tile. Save hundreds instantly. Plus, buy with no interest for 1 year. Your new floors and rebates are ready this instant. The easy choice for new floors is Carpetland USA.
If you're in the sun for too long, you could get more than a nasty burn. You could be at risk for developing skin cancer. That's why the Cedar Valley Center for Skin Cancer is here for you. We provide complete care, including screening, diagnosis, lab work, treatment, and aftercare, all in one location. Red isn't your color. Remember to wear sunscreen, stay in the shade, and contact us today to schedule your skin cancer screening.
You've got a lot of options when you need appliances.
But once you decide on brand, you only have two choices.
Big box or supporting a locally owned business.
Buying from us, you get great prices, people who really know appliances, and we service everything we sell.
And we have an amazing selection of mattresses by Simmons Beauty Rest.
But if you really want a big box, we have a whole bunch in the back.
At Direct Appliance, we don't make homes, but we do make them better.
Direct Appliance in Cedar Falls.
Well, RAGBRAI is 1 week away after last year's ride was canceled. Now, the week-long event will stop in Waterloo on July 28th. Yesterday, organizers met at Single Speed Brewery to put the final touches on the long-awaited ride. Today on our News at Noon, Tavis Hall with Experience Waterloo joined us with some details about the event.
So we're going to have bands, we're going to have hatchet throwing, we're going to have just a whole lot of fun. RAGBRAI is
it's a party.
So far, the ride has just under 16,000 riders signed up. And also, to stay up to date on all the action as the cyclists make their way into town, be sure to check out KWWL.com. Well, the lottery to get tickets for the Field of Dreams game in Dyersville is underway. The first Major League Baseball game played in the Hawkeye State is going to feature the Yankees and Chicago White Sox. Now, registration opened at 9 o'clock this morning. It's open through next Friday, July 23rd. It's limited to fans with Iowa zip codes. That game takes place August 12th. And speaking of baseball, the second half of the Major League season begins today after a 4-day All-Star break. Going into the second half, the Red Sox, White Sox, and Astros are the first-place teams in the American League. And in the National League, it's the Mets, Brewers, and Giants. And taking one more quick break with a live look over Waterloo on this Friday evening. Really nice out there today. And Chief Meteorologist Mark Schnackenberg will have one more check of the weekend forecast right after this.
Sure would be nice to take a sniff at that spring breeze.
Sure would.
But you don't have your windows open.
Because your windows don't open.
They're supposed to.
But they don't.
It's because they're old and stiff.
Start shot.
Listen here, sad windows are bad windows, and you need to trade them for some rad windows.
So slip on over to WindowSourceIowa.com
and get an instant price on replacement windows.
WindowSourceIowa.com.
Rad windows that won't break the bank.
Can we have a table instead?
Do you have a seatbelt extender?
Honey, I'm just gonna go watch the game from up there.
Millions of Americans suffer from obesity, and sometimes the smallest things in life can be a challenge. There is help. The Healthy You Surgical Weight Loss Program from Waverly Health Center and Dr. Matthew Glasscock. Take the next step and attend one of the surgical weight loss seminars. Call or click today. Fit Again with help from Waverly Health Center.
Want to find out about upcoming popular events in Eastern Iowa or publicize your own? Just go to KWWL.com, Things to Do, and click on Community Calendar. It's free. Brought to you by John Deere. We run so life can leap forward.
It's back, and it's bigger than ever. The 2021 Iowa Irish Fest in downtown Waterloo. August 6th through 8th, Iowa's largest Irish music celebration. 9 city blocks, 4 stages, 20 acts, over 50 performances, all with one pass, all weekend long. Get your Iowa Irish Fest passes online now at iowairishfest.com or at these locations. It's the 15th annual Iowa Irish Fest, August 6th through 8th in downtown Waterloo.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, farm is in our name, so you know we're animal experts, especially when it comes to your pets. Right now, get genuine value on quality pet food, supplies, and more during our summer pet care sale. Like $3 off assorted bags of Blaine's Farm and Fleet dog food. Save 20% on select Vitality, flea, and tick protection for cats or dogs. Select pillow beds start at just $10.99. Plus, get a free $5 gift card when you spend $50 in our pet department.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Talent and perseverance, inspiring America.
I've been preparing for a moment like this for my whole life. I have lots of songs and lots of stuff to share.
I want to show my daughter what it's like to overcome adversity.
So many reasons to cheer for that young lady.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
All right, a final check of our forecast.
All those activities going on this upcoming weekend, no problems weather-wise. It should be very pleasant, 80s. Low humidity, light wind, and some sunshine. And it looks like that continues here for next week, at least the dry weather, but it does start to heat up. Temperatures do get into the low 90s, and it does start to get more humid by the end of next week.
All right, Mark, thank you, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free